Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back. Happy New Year. I was going to say back better than ever, but no, probably just back the same as usual. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. It's actually, well, look who's inside. Do you want to come out for a little bit while I'm outside? Do you want to come out for a bit? You can come back inside. No, you're happy to just stay and guard the door where the cat is? Okay. So it's the weekend. I've completed. Do you want to go back in? Oh my God, it's like kids. Are you going back in or staying out with me? What are you doing? Okay, stay out with me. I've completed my first week back at work. It was successful. It's nice. Well, we've got the aircon on because it's still a little bit humid, but it's actually not too bad. What is it? Okay, so it's 30, but it doesn't actually feel that hot. Like the breeze is quite cool. But we've had so much rain and so much sun, and I just wanted to show you our veggie patch. It is absolutely insane, but it will probably mean we'll be eating pumpkin soup for the rest of our lives and watermelon. So these two massive big mounds here are our watermelon patch. Now, they were contained in one of these little garden beds at some stage, so there is a little garden bed underneath that. But this is our watermelon patch that is just taking over everywhere. So I'm hoping every one of those flowers will turn into a watermelon. And this is our freaking pumpkin patch about to swallow this tree. Unbelievable. And Jessie said we've actually got pumpkins already growing. I've just got to find them for you. Oh, we've got, look, a little tiny one growing there, but we've actually got full grown ones in here somewhere. She sent me photos. Oh, here we go. Have a look. A couple of full-size ones here. Look at him. Big one in there. Can you see that? I'm just keeping an eye out for snakes because this is where snakes would be probably living if they're going to live. There's another, oh, there's a big one over here. Look at that. Big one in there. There's heaps. There's actually heaps. And we've got a watermelon growing too. This is all ginger. That's chili plants again that we never ever planted. They've just sort of grown from weed. Oh my God. It is crazy. This is probably some kind of plant too, I think. I don't think it's a weed because it's the same that's in there. So that's populated in there. We've got more ginger. More ginger. What's going on here? Ginger. I'm not sure if those are something. No, I think they are something. Look at our little baby pineapple. How freaking cute is he? We just grew as an experiment. We just thought, oh, we'll just give it a go, see if it works. This, I think these maybe potato. I don't know. I shouldn't even bring you out here without Jessie, but I just was amazed. Like I just looked out the window the other day and I just could not believe how big this whole freaking thing has become. Now, where's our watermelon? I found it. It's staring right at me. Have a look at him. Is he still attached? Yeah, I think he's still attached. Little watermelon. Oh, here's another little one. Oh, here they all are. Wow, okay. I must have stepped right past them. Hopefully I never stepped on them. Yeah, look at that. How freaking cute. There's a few more growing here too. That's amazing. I'm so proud of Jessie. So yeah, that's our day of the Triffids veggie garden at the moment. Taking over everything. But yeah, this has just been ideal weather for them all. The other thing I wanted to have a look at are all my little seedlings. So I'm thinking these might need to go in bigger pots now. We've got a few little flowers popping up. I'm pretty pleased with that. A few of them didn't work. This one looks like it's going to be a purple something or other. So yeah, we did get some flowers out of it, which is good. It seems to be good weather for all of this sort of stuff. We've got some avocados planted now, and they're off and running. So yeah, the little girl's got her own little garden centre happening at the moment, in little seeds in all various stages of development. Very proud of her. So let's go back inside. I've got some plans for today. That's enough sunlight for me. Got my 5 minutes in. You coming back inside, Bandicoot? You want to come back inside, or you want to be out in the sunshine? Come on. Come on. It's cooler in here. Much better for a husky. But yeah, like I said, it's not too bad outside. Now, my whole theme for this year is to release myself from routines and schedules. I have always been the type of person to write myself out a routine, a weekly schedule, a cleaning schedule, nighttime routines, morning routines, exercise routines. I've always spent hours and hours working out these perfect day routines, and then just spend the rest of my life not fulfilling any of them. So I figured, you know what, like, I don't need routines written down in order for me to live my life. Like, I know in the morning I need to have a shower and brush my teeth and put deodorant on and get dressed. I don't need a set routine of steps that I need to do in order to get myself ready for the day. I know when my house needs cleaning, I don't need a set routine that says, right, Monday I must clean my bedroom, or I must clean that room. I mean, if those sort of things work for you, go for it. And look, for the last 47 years, I've been doing exactly that. But for me personally, I know it's been a very, very rare occasion where I've actually followed through with the whole daily routine that I set out for myself. Like, there's just never been a perfect day where I've been like, oh yeah, I mean, because life's not perfect. Stuff happens, things come up unexpectedly. If I don't get to do that routine on the day, I just feel like, oh, the whole day's ruined, you know. So I'm just going to release myself of routines and just clean what needs cleaning when it needs cleaning. Organize what I feel like organizing on the day that I feel like organizing. Go with the flow. That's my whole aim for this year, is just go with the flow. In all honesty, my house smells like a swamp because I have 2 dirty swamp rats currently inside my house getting out of the hot weather. So Jessie took both the dogs for a walk yesterday and let them swim in the creek. And I mean, guys, you know how disgusting and smelly creeks are. Well, combine that with wet dog, dirty dog, and dirty swamp rat creek smell, and that's pretty much what my 2 dogs smell like at the moment, and that's pretty much what my whole house smells like at the moment. So there's fur all over the floor. The house stinks. There's dirty marks from where they've like lay up against the wall, and there's mud transfer on the wall. You know what? So be it. The dogs need to be inside. It's too freaking hot for them outside. And at the end of the day, it's a bit of fur on the floor. I can vacuum it up. It's not a big deal. So we're not going to worry about cleaning the floor because it's pointless when the dogs are inside. My kitchen at the moment is not live it like Lisa clean, but you know what? Clean enough, because I've got other things planned for the day. And if I don't spend 2 hours cleaning it now, it's still going to be dirty in 2 hours time, or the next day I can clean it the next day, whatever, you know. We're going to go with the flow. Today, I really feel like decluttering and reorganizing my decor cupboard. So that's what we're going to do. That's kind of like where I'm going to try and go with my life this year. So I'm going to try it out. Maybe I realize I can't live like that and I need my routines. Maybe it's going to work out a lot better for me and release me of any unnecessary stress because I'm not getting to my stuff on my routine. Who knows? We're going to experiment. I've never lived like this before, so this is a new live it like Lisa. We're just going to go with the flow. Look at my dog. He is so dedicated to his cause. The cat, we've locked the cat in the theatre room, and I think she's growling at him from behind the door at the moment. And he just will not move from that spot. He guards that door with his life. I think if he ever got hold of the cat, he would kill it. I think he absolutely hates that cat with a freaking passion. And if there's any way in hell or any chance he could ever get to that cat and eat it, he will. So whenever she's locked in that theatre room, he just sits by that door and guards that door the whole time he's in. And I think she provokes him. I think she like taps her claw underneath the door ledge, and you know she like goes up against that door so that he knows she's there. So she provokes him as well. But she's an idiot, because if he ever gets hold of her, he'll kill her. And anytime she's locked, because we either lock her in the theatre room or our bedroom, but we figured, well, the theatre room's better because no one actually goes in there, whereas sometimes I might need to put washing away or something like that in our bedroom, so I just don't like opening the door and chancing her getting out. So if we ever have her locked in our bedroom, he will be up in front of our bedroom door, just guarding that door the whole time he's inside. So he just does not move from his post. He's like a freaking soldier. He's so funny. Whereas the little dog couldn't care less, could not care less. I think if we only had the little dog, Bandit, he'd probably get on with the cat. I think it's only because when they're together, the big dog is the boss and pretty much tells him what to do. So, and also, I will have quite a few hauls coming this year. Shh, don't tell Michael. I've just ordered a crap ton of journaling supplies and things off AliExpress, like different stickers and papers and different things to decorate my journals. I have started my journals, and even starting the journals is a big thing for me, because I'm very much, it has to be perfect. I think that's why I haven't started my journals for so long, because it's like, well, my writing doesn't look as neat, and I don't really have the artistic ability to decorate the pages as well as I see people on Instagram doing it, and I can't do the fancy calligraphy, and like my pages don't turn out as pretty, and all of that in my head has stopped me from starting my journals, because for me, the pages had to be perfect. And yeah, again, I've just released myself from that. I've just thought, well, these are my first journals. They don't have to be perfect. They're definitely not gonna be perfect. And who's to say what is perfect? I just want to do my journals out of enjoyment, out of a thought to leave my kids something that was part of me, I guess, when I die. So the whole aim of doing a journal for me has changed. Like I always wanted it to be perfect looking and pretty looking and something that's Instagram worthy, whereas now I'm thinking, well, I actually want my journals to be personal and something I can pass on to my kids, so that my kids have some sort of insight as to what type of person I was back when I was doing them. So again, releasing myself from that perfection mindset and just enjoying the process, just enjoying learning how to set out a page and learning how to decorate it and learning how to do different writing. So, I mean, obviously, if you're learning lettering and things like that, it's not going to be perfect looking at the start, and it'll probably be nice to see the progression. Like when I look at my very first scrapbooking pages that I did compared to the very last scrapbooking page that I did, my God, it's like chalk and cheese. And when I look at the first ones, I think, oh, they're just so cringy, like they're just horrible. But you know what? At the time that I did them, I enjoyed doing them, and that was as good as I knew how to do them. And then obviously you learn your art, you learn your craft, you get better at it, you learn new techniques, and they start to become even better. But I appreciate now the progression rather than having to look perfect from the start. Same with my sketching, same with my watercoloring. I've put off starting that for so long because I wanted every page that I did to look perfect. I mean, no one starts off like that, so I don't know why I put that pressure on myself to, and it's been stopping me doing stuff I want to enjoy doing, and I know I'm going to enjoy doing it, but that perfection mindset always stops me from doing it. So I'm just releasing myself from that. I haven't started my watercolors yet. I've been setting up all my journal supplies and getting all of them ready. So I have done a couple of journal decorating pages. I was just doing them on the kitchen table, but I'm just going to set that all up in my craft room. So I've got all my supplies on hand, and I will show you all that in future videos anyway, and especially when all my new supplies come, I'll do like a big collective haul and show you everything I've bought. But yeah, like I'm just going with the flow. Again, just going with the flow, enjoying the process. I want to enjoy looking back on my first sketches and my first watercolors to go, my God, look how far I've come. It may be by the end of this year, I want to be able to see, well, geez, these are my first couple, and now look how much better my last couple are of the year. I want to try and embrace the progress rather than aim for perfection. Like my whole mindset has kind of changed this year, and I'm going to try and keep myself focused on that mindset. So on the cards for today is cleaning out my decor cupboard, and I just want to reorganize it and maybe declutter it. There's probably a lot of stuff in there that needs to be either donated or sold. And yeah, it's just one small space in my house that doesn't really get touched by the dogs. So I can clean it, it'll stay clean, and it's an area that's done for the year. And then we may also, I still need to keep up with my washing. So I've got a bit of washing to catch up on. We'll do some washing, and I might even go through the laundry today. We'll see how long the decor cupboard takes me. And yeah, we might even get into doing the laundry as well. Let's get into the decor cupboard and see what we're dealing with. Here is my decor cupboard. It's actually a little bit worse than I was thinking it was, to be honest. This may take a little while. Yeah, so, maybe not. I mean, for the most part, it's sorted, but yeah, there is some random stuff that's just been dumped in here. So I think the easiest way to do it is just to take everything out, reorganize it, and then it will actually refresh my mind as to what I've got as well. Because some of the stuff in here, like a lot of this stuff, I've kept to do makeovers on and then resell. So, you know, I want to do a video doing the makeover and then resell it. So yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff in here that I am going to keep, but I can also see a lot of stuff that is for ready to be sold. So like all that pile there, some bedding here, bedding there, you know, most of Jessie's bedding that she's sort of changed her aesthetic now. We've got Jessie's uniforms there that I want to list because people are always wanting to buy secondhand school uniforms. So yeah, we've got a fair bit to do, but let's just get in and do it. It'll be fun. Let's do this. No schedule, no routine. We're just going to go with the flow, do what we feel. If we feel like having a rest after 5 minutes, we'll do that too.
We walk along that street, talking nervously. We close, it won't be long now. You made me write this song, yeah. We safe but don't know how. We far away from town. We talk until we can't no more. You know, like I found before. Track of the time now. The moment is right now. I've been here before. I've been here before. It feels like you're mine now. No need to pretend how. 'Cause we're again. It felt like summertime till you were gone. I fell in love with you. And now I can't wait for summertime, it won't be long when you come back. And love you like I do, love you like I do. Love you like I do. It's true we barely know each other, but I'm sure that we could do it right, yeah. Been talking day and night, yeah. Love like we're moving slow. Us on the radio, feeling each other in the sand. No time to waste, so take my hand. Lose track of the time now. The moment is right now. I've been here before. It feels like you're mine now. No need to pretend how, 'cause we like it. It felt like summertime till you were gone. I fell in love with you. And now I can't wait for summertime, it won't be long when you come back. I love you like I do, love you like I do. Love you like I do. Talking nervously, we closer, won't be long now. You made me write this song, yeah. We safe but don't know how. We far away from town. We talk until we can't no more. You know I like I found you for it. Lose track of the time now. The moment is right now. I've been here before. It feels like you're mine now. No need to pretend how, 'cause we like it. It felt like summertime till you were gone. I fell in love with you. And now I can't wait for summertime, it won't be long when you come back. I love you like I do, love you like I do. Love you like I do. It's true we barely know each other, but I'm sure that we could do it right, yeah. Been talking day and night, yeah. Love like we're moving slow. Us on the radio, feeling each other in the sand. No time to waste, so take my hand. Lose track of the time now. The moment is right now. I've been here before. It feels like you're mine now. No need to pretend how, 'cause we like it. It felt like summertime till you were gone. I fell in love with you. And now I can't wait for summertime.
And we're done. Does it mean the rest of my house looks this neat? Absolutely not. But this area is done and we've achieved something today. So I am super happy with the way everything is organized now. It makes a lot of sense to me, and it's just refreshed my memory as to exactly what is in here, so that I know when I start to do some makeovers, I know actually what I've got. So just to give you a quick rundown, I know you saw most of it in the actual sorting out process, but these two boxes down the bottom here are all full of photo frames and picture frames. So those I'm keeping to do makeovers to and potentially resell them. And then the box right in the corner there is the one that's got the teaspoons and salt and pepper shakers in them. Those are some potential crafts that I want to get into, just to see if I enjoy doing it. If not, then I'm just going to donate them. But yeah, I've just seen some crafts on Pinterest using metal spoons and salt and pepper shakers and different things that you can do with them. So I'll have a go at those. If not, they're going. So these are the two boxes of vintage books, and again I will be using these to create some book stacks to resell, maybe create some journals. Once I've pretty much done with whatever I want to do with them, the rest then I'll just get donated. Then these boxes here, that's just full of all my wooden craft materials, so anything that's wooden and that can potentially be created, some sort of project be created out of them, are all in that box. The one next to it are what I would call my risers box. So anything that I can create a riser with, the actual stand part is in that box. And then the one right at the corner there is the toppers for the risers, so the flat bit that will go on the stand. Yeah, there are a few more DIYs that I'll be doing eventually once I get round to them. I like to create little risers and little stands that you can use to display your decor items. And again, those, some I'll probably be keeping for myself, but mostly they're going to be resold. So pretty much this whole cupboard will be empty once it's all done. There's not really much in this whole cupboard that I'm keeping for myself. That's a box of candles that I am going to start burning up and using, because I'm deciding to do away with just regular candles. I'm just either going to be burning a scented candle or that's it. So yeah, once they're gone, I'm not going to be repurchasing. I do have a couple of battery operated candles and battery operated lights, like string lights in there, as well as some battery operated tea lights that I do use in my holiday decor. And yeah, a few of those tea lights will be getting makeovers for Halloween, and then other ones for Christmas. So currently they're all just white at the moment, but yeah, I plan to give them some holiday makeovers. This box was all the potentially small mini items for a tiered tray display. So whether they're little items that I need to give makeovers to or to create little projects with, they're all just bits and pieces in that box. This one has just got all my craft floral foam. So when you're creating floral displays, you can use that foam to hold your flowers in place. And then the basket at the back there is empty at the moment. This box here contains pillow stuffing, so the stuffing that goes inside of pillows. It comes in handy sometimes doing different sorts of crafts. And then all of these boxes here are all my faux flowers and faux greenery and some dried wheat and moss and things in the very end box. So again, a lot of this stuff I will be using in some DIY makeovers over the next year or so, and then whatever's not used at the end of that year, I think I'm just going to actually get rid of, because if it's in this cupboard, I'm not using it in my home, so it doesn't really need to be here. And that's pretty much everything in this cupboard. So it's like, if it's in this cupboard, it's not being displayed in my house, so it's obviously something I either don't enjoy enough to display, or there's not a spot for it, so why am I keeping it? So most of this stuff, again, will be getting makeovers. I'll do some craft projects with them and then sell them and move them on. This one, I'm in two minds. It's such a nice, massive glass bowl, but I mean, apart from my dining table, I just don't have anywhere to put it. And at the moment, I'm just enjoying my dining table decor that's on there currently. So yeah, that potentially is going to go as well. So all of these glass bottles, they're either getting makeovers for some DIY projects coming up, either for like Halloween or stuff like that, or yeah, I'll just give them a makeover and actually just resell them. So that's all potentially going. So this is the glass section, all that. So this section is anything that is tin or metal, and again, if it's in this cupboard, I'm not using it in my house, so it's gonna go. And I'm just keeping it in here until I either get the time to sell it as is, or to give it a makeover and potentially, yeah, do a project with it first and then sell it. So a lot of those pink baskets there, they're obviously going to get a makeover before reselling. So that's all the tin section. And then this whole section here is all my wooden and cardboard type stuff. So the candlesticks there, they're potentially going to stay because I do bring those out at Christmas. The ships there, they have come from Jamie's room, and I'm in two minds whether to give them a bit of a neutral decor makeover, like more of a beachy look to them, and sell them that way, because yeah, they're probably not as appealing as they are unless you collect model ships. But, you know, if I kind of paint them with some white chalk paint and give them that beachy, nautical kind of look, it might increase the interest in selling them. If not, the thrift store can have them. And again, all of this wooden stuff here, it's just sitting waiting to get makeovers before I sell it, or I'm potentially doing some sort of project with before it leaves this cupboard. So this little cutlery organizer here is I've got a Halloween project in mind for that one, so yeah, that's gonna stay until I do that. And then I've just got a couple of more items up here that's part of the wood display. Same with this was the Star Wars little display unit that used to be in Jamie's room, and again I've got a DIY project in mind for that one, so that's potentially going to get a makeover and stay within the house. I've got 2 signs here, or 2 like frames here, that I want to give makeovers to and then resell. The bull's head or skull, whatever you call that, Jessie wants me to paint that up for her room, like to give it a bit of a more of a realistic makeover, make it look a bit more real. So like, you know, that proper skull colour, and maybe do the horns more of a black colour. And she wants to display that in her room, which I'm happy to do. This whole top shelf here, or the like second to top shelf, is pretty much empty. I do have a couple of my farmhouse baskets in here that I am keeping. Obviously I'm not using them at the moment, but there is potential that I might, and I definitely like those, so I'm keeping those. I've got a couple of storage containers here that I'm just keeping at the moment, even though they're not being used. And that little rack thing I tend to keep for Halloween, so we're keeping that there for now. Then at the very top, we've just got all my holiday decor that doesn't go, like it's either too big to go in the garage, or it's either I just haven't put it away in the garage. Those are my 2 new Halloween cauldrons, so yeah, all my Halloween stuff's already packed away, so they can just stay in here until next year. So I've got my reindeer, my little Easter egg tree, I've got some an Easter burlap print there, my little cauldrons, we've got my Halloween witches stick, and then in that purple bag are my tree picks that I do want to give a remake over to this sometime this year. I want to fix up all my tree picks and have them a little bit more durable than the ones I've made previously. And then all up the top there is pretty much all empty. And then on this side we have my big paper bag full of packing foam. As a crafter, it's really, really hard to throw away this sort of stuff, because you're always thinking in the back of your mind, oh, I could potentially use that for a project one day. So I've got a whole big paper bag full of packaging foam, or that, yeah, is it the packaging foam? You know what it is, that stuff. This wire rack I am listing on Marketplace shortly. I'm getting rid of that. I just don't have a use for it. And then that's my big 1 meter ruler that we use to hang up pictures. So yeah, that's pretty much everything now that's in my decor cupboard. And like I said, my aim is to eventually have this cupboard pretty much empty, so that when I'm swapping over my decor for my holiday decor, it's just an easy swap. I can just put all my regular decor straight in here, decorate with Christmas, and then pull it all out again once Christmas is over. I just don't want to have the clutter in here so that it's hard finding spots for my decor to fit and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm hoping by the end of the year I will at least have gotten rid of more than half of this stuff. So yeah, I better get cracking with some DIY makeovers as well. So I'm really happy with that. And then I just keep in the corner here, I keep my steam mop just in the cupboard rather than in the laundry. I just feel it gets less dusty. I mean, it still gets dusty, but it just gets less dusty in this cupboard compared to if it was sitting in the laundry. So yeah, that's my decor cupboard now. And yeah, I'm happy that I've ticked that little job off my list today. Now, as for the rest of the house and the rest of the jobs I wanted to get done, not a chance. I'm done. I'm pretty much done today.